funds coming in are to preserve and protect Lost River Cave. So it's a good thing going on. They had the same problem back in the 40s and 50s when they ran a tour here, but they had a different solution. They didn't have a boat ride. Instead, they had the hideout of Jesse James. Now, the facts. We do have some pretty good circumstantial evidence about the Jesse James story. Here are the facts. We know that the James Younger gang robbed a bank about 30 or 40 miles from here in Russellville, Kentucky. We know there was a doctor in Bowling Green who claimed he was brought down here at gunpoint to treat a wounded member of the gang. And we know there was a stakeout. The Pinkerton detectives waited outside the cave for 3 days before they gave up and went somewhere else. They never set foot inside the cave, and they never spotted any of the James gang members. I guess they figured the idea of marching into a pitch black cave carrying lanterns next to their heads looking for a guy who's famous for shooting people was probably not a very good idea. So we don't have any proof that he was here, but we do have some pretty good circumstantial evidence. But that wasn't enough to run a Jesse James hideout tour. That was what they ran here back then. And so they embellished the story a little bit. The hole I showed you where the old grill was, they had a frame around that hole, and they told at least one person that Jesse James, when hiding out in that building, if the law came around, he'd shimmy down that hole into the cave and escape. They missed a few details. Number one, the 40-foot drop from the bottom of that hole to the floor of the cave. Number two, when Jesse James would have been here